As we plug along through our page, it is now time for the next page as part of our website, which is the Testimonials page. Now, this is going to be very similar to the way we laid out the news page in that we're going to follow our same format, which, of course, makes sense. Get some continuity in our website. Right. So, Rob, go ahead and show us what are we going to do to make our Testimonials page.
Well, the first thing we're going to do is something similar to what we did in the previous when we made the news page. Mm-hmm. We're going to duplicate the whole layer set.
Okay.
Just drag it on over to the new layer icon, and that will make you a complete copy.
Right.
Okay. And I'm going to call this one Testimonials.
Testimonials. Nice.
Okay. Now, I saw something when I was doing that. I noticed that we didn't name our photo here. This is that photo of the.
Gosh.
Of the. I don't even know what that is. I'm just going to call it the machine.
The machine. Yeah, I don't know what it's called either. Tree picker.
Right. I don't want to leave it as layer 2, though, because that tells me nothing. So here we have the testimonials.
We'll name it yellow.
And we don't need the machine here. And we don't need any of the text.
Nope.
What we do need...
you could bring that last piece of text
I do need
back.
that last one. Undo. Okay.
Yeah.
We are going to use this one.
Just double-click the letter and type in Testimonials. Testiminiupls.
Oh, the poor people.
I almost had you for a second, actually. You looked down and double-checked. That was great.
Okay, we're going to get there.
Yes.
All right. So what do we need for the testimonials page?
Well, we need type. We need what the people said about the logs we sell.
Right.
And then we need pictures of the people.
Exactly. So let's go to our Word document and grab some of that type.
Yay.
And we have several to choose from here. I'm going to push this down to the next page so I can see.
Get rid of those nasty page breaks.
Okay. Just see where things are separated. Because we're only going to need a couple here. We'll use them all later.
Sure.
And so it looks like we have a short sentence and then a kind of a long paragraph, similar to what we were dealing with earlier.
Exactly. So, and it looks like, the little one sentence was actually taken out of the main body of the quote.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a one-liner that you could place on a separate page if you wanted to.
Okay. That's good to know because we don't want to copy all of that and put it in there. I'm just going to copy this part right here.
Okay. Cool.
I'm going to hit copy. Make a new text box here. And once again, we've got our Rockwell. For some reason, we're loving Rockwell today. I'm going to go ahead and type in Georgia. And it's selected 12 point. We're going to take care of this weirdness here. And we're going to make it automatic. Close that. Now I'm going to drag a text box here.
Okay.
And there it is. And I'm going to paste in my text. See, one other thing right away I need to change. I don't want it to be all caps.
Right.
Right. So
be a very important testimonial. Very hard to read, too.
Right. So I think the thing which has been plaguing us, maybe we can fix that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe not. Okay. We'll have to figure out what that problem is we keep running into.
It's probably some sort of Windows setting that's kicking us or something.
Yeah, some kind of preference or setting has gotten stuck. Okay, so here's our text.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look for a picture.
We're looking for a picture of Bruce.
Is this Bruce?
That's Bruce.
He looks very Brucey, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks like a Bruce.
Okay. So let's grab that, copy. Well, we'll do as we did before and just drag it on in.
There you go.
Wow,
Bruce is huge, man. This is a web page about Bruce.
Welcome to Bruce's website. So I'm looking for a place for Bruce. I think here is just about as good as any.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do that. And one more thing, just to add let's go ahead and name him Bruce.
Bruce. My name's Bruce.
We'll move this copy a little closer. I'm going to center it here from the mouth of Bruce. Okay, so let's zoom in a little closer. And I'm going to work on his name a little bit. Let's change it up so it's not all the same.
I thought you were actually going to change his name.
Oh.
I think he looks more like a Frank to me.
We have that option, but we're not going to take that
Okay.
option today. Okay, I'm just going to move that text a little further away from him. Something along that.
Okay.
I'm going to bold his name. And I'm going to make this one size smaller.
Okay.
Just to de-emphasize it a little bit.
Sure.
Should I italicize that? Yeah, I'm going to make that italic.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So here we have Bruce and his quote. Is there an extra space in here? Yeah. Let's leave that in.
Yeah, it looks a little better.
Yeah.
A little more air.
Okay, so here's Bruce and his quote.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's think something we can do for Bruce. Give him one more element. I'm going to add a border around Bruce.
Yeah.
And
we're going to close Bruce into a little box.
So I created a new layer, called it border.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to select the Bruce layer using my control and click on the Bruce layer.
Okay.
And so now Bruce is selected, but I'm actually working on the border layer. Okay, so I'm going to use select, modify, expand.
Mm.
And let's make it about 5 pixels larger.
All right.
No, I want to make it larger than that. Let's make it...
Is that going to round the corners?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I think maybe it will.
Okay, well...
I'm not sure.
If it does, then we can
Use
do this,
border
can't
instead.
we? Let's try 8. No, border does make it round.
Okay, well, just give it a shot, see what happens.
All right.
I might be wrong.
Okay. We'll draw it by hand if necessary. Nothing can stop us.
Nothing can stop us.
Okay. Let's give it a big one, like 9. And you're right, it does round the corners.
It is rounding those corners.
So doing it by hand, not as fun, but certainly possible.
Not as fun, but more effective.
That's right. And so I'm going to fill this area with white, not black.
Okay.
Control delete. Very nice. And I'm going to give this border a drop shadow.
Ah, gotcha.
Similar to our little machine picture earlier. In fact, no, it doesn't have the same settings. So I'm going to make it a little bit lighter, not quite so heavy. Just sort of changing the opacity of the shadow here.
Sure.
And so that's kind of nice. I think that looks like a good Bruce portrait. Headshot there. I'm going to move the type a little further away now that we have that extra border.
Drop shadow, yeah.
Okay. And so, that's pretty
that's
cool.
working.
Okay, that's a start.
Yeah.
But we're going to have more than one testimonial. So let's go ahead and make a second one. What I can do this time, I'm going to put all of the Bruce information in one folder.
Okay. And we'll just copy that off again.
Yeah, we'll just call it Bruce folder. And I'll just start dropping things in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there he goes. And I'm going to duplicate it, as we've done before.
Mm-hmm.
Drag him down. You'll notice that he's actually going over the edge. That's not something we're going to worry about right now. Well, we can fix that later. Actually, just for specialness sake, we can fix it. I'm going to turn off temporarily the footer.
Okay.
And extend our background. Oops.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It won't really matter on the website anyway, because the web page is going to be able to scroll downward.
The web page has all the freedom in the world. This is just for our visual
That's right.
enjoyment. And now I don't want them person under person, photo under photo. I'm going to make that on the opposite side. So I'm just going to move the person to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move the quote to the opposite side. And now we can go get our new photo and our new quote. Let's start with the quote.
Who are you going to grab?
I guess we'll get Shirley Walters here.
All right.
Just copy. Paste. And this is doing something I wanted it to do right away, which is align left.
Go ahead and left align that.
Because I want the name next to the photo. I don't want it over here. So let's zoom in a little bit.
Now, he does not look like a Shirley.
No, he's not a Shirley at all. And so let's go find a Shirley.
An ugly Shirley.
Do we have a Shirley readily? Here's a Shirley.
Actually,
do we have a separate Shirley?
I think we do.
I think
we did.
Let's go look.
Oh,
right.
Here, let me go ahead and send us to our little path where we've saved all of these.
Give us the shortcut.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and go back to our H drive where we've been storing this. We'll go into my special folder where I've been doing all of this. And let's see, we have Stones River logging. And inside of that, we have our images folder. So we'll jump right into that. There's our cropped portraits. And here's our new Shirley with a darker background.
Right. We did that earlier. And there she is.
Hi, Shirley.
Now, you'll notice that she's not black and white. But we can make her black and white.
Yes, we can.
If we really wanted to. Let's take a look.
If we want to follow that as a theme.
Mm-hmm.
Could be this. It just so happens one of the guys who was sending in a testimonial sent in a black and white image because he's got to be different. Now we have to change the whole website because of him.
That's right. You have these problems in real life.
Oh, yeah.
So either you colorize him or you make everyone else black and white.
In this case, it's going to be a lot easier to make her black and white.
I think so. So let's go ahead and bring her up, and we're going to size her down a little bit. But
more Control-T action brought to you by Rob.
And even a little bit more, trying to get her about roughly the same size as Bruce is here.
And then you'll recrop her down.
Right.
I see. For a second, I thought you were trying to line up the image size, but you're actually trying to line up the head size.
Right. So that the people on the page, even though you have different people, they look roughly
the same size.
Roughly the same size.
Right.
So you don't have giantism.
Sure.
Unless you can't help it. I mean, there's certainly sometimes you can't help it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to actually use this Bruce copy, and I'm going to take his selection.
So you're going to control-click on the Bruce layer.
I control-click on the Bruce layer, and I'm going to add it to our new layer. What's her name? Shirley? Mm-hmm. Hello, Shirley. And I'm going to make a layer mask for her, and she will disappear, but don't panic. Okay, she disappeared.
Oh, my goodness. She's gone.
Right, but as we learned before,
I'm panicking.
You can de-link. You can de-link the mask from the photo.
Oh, yeah.
And then just move the photo on.
Oh, look at that. We just made a little window.
And there she is.
And Shirley's hiding in the window.
Right. So there she is.
Very cool.
Now, the final step here, if we want to make her black and white, we can go to the add. Come on. Create new adjustment layer. Mm-hmm. And it's going to...
Hue saturation.
Yeah, hue saturation, exactly. Take down saturation all the way. Oh, we made the whole thing.
Look what you forgot to do.
Well, let's go ahead and do it. We have to tie it directly to her. How do we do that?
I don't know. I usually create it the other way.
Oh, you create it a different way. Well, there's always another way.
There's always another. In fact, you want me to show you what I usually do?
Yeah. Why don't you
go ahead and nuke out that new layer you just made, the adjustment layer. And just with her layer selected, we'll go up to the layer menu at the very top of Photoshop.
Layer.
And we'll go to create new adjustment layer up to, there you go, and we'll do hue saturation. And when we get our little box, we'll just check the use previous layer to create clipping mask and click OK.
Very nifty. You learn something every day.
There you go. 100 ways to do everything.
Excellent. Okay.
And there you go. Now she's in black and white.
Now she's in black. Now they both go on the page together.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up her title here. Mm-hmm. All we just got to do is make it bold here, and then we're going to
shrink down her name, her little title, and
just a little bit,
it.
Just a point, and make it italic. Voila.
Excellent.
There we go, and I think that's a pretty good pretty good start.
It's a good representation. And then later on, because we have more testimonials, we'll just kind of
Right.
flip-flop going back and forth. But we'll be doing that later on in GoLive.
That's right. So I think this is a good point.
Yeah, I think this is going to work. So that's all for our testimonials page. If you haven't lately, make sure you hit the old Control-S key to save. It looks like he just renamed the folder to Shirley. So
That's
we're
right.
all done here. So that will wrap up the video over creating the testimonials page. Thanks.